Alright guys, I'm here with some more prediction game videos for Battleground 2014. This is the Tag Team Championship match that is going to take place this Sunday. It is going to be the Tag Team Champions, of course, the Usos, versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper of the Wyatt Family. Now, first time they had the match, or last time they had a match at Money in the Bank, I said, hey, the Wyatt Family is going to win. And I still think the Wyatt Family is going to win. They have to win at some point because, I mean, come on, when you think about it, the Usos have pretty much, they've beaten, like, every team on the tag team roster that there is to beat. At least every heel tag team. They've even beaten some face tag teams like the Los Matadores. The only team they haven't beaten is the newest team on the scene, Cody and Goldust, or Stardust and Goldust. And I don't think they're going to be defending their tag team titles against Goldust and Stardust. I think it makes more sense for a team like the Wyatt Family to win the tag team titles and then defend those tag team titles against Goldust, Stardust, and the other teams that the Usos already faced off against. And they can defend their tag team titles against those teams, you know? But the it just feels like the Usos, like I said, have already beaten every single team out there. And with the Wyatt Family losing the match at Money in the Bank, I still thought that, hey, alright, they lost this match, but they're going to get those tag team titles in some rematch at some point in time. And, hey, we have a rematch at Battleground. And it's not just any rematch, it is a 2 out of 3 falls match, so it should be pretty cool. Oh yeah, and by the way, I did not mean for this double count out right here that just happened to actually happen. but it did, and it gave both, you know, the Usos and Luke and Eric Harper each a win. So right now, only one win is needed for the victory. So, you know, I actually wouldn't be surprised if there is either a countout or a double countout. Actually, no, not double countout, but maybe a countout victory or a disqualification victory in this 2 out of 3 falls match. It seems like it's something that does happen or has happened in some of the past couple of Falls Count Anywhere matches that have taken place on Raw and SmackDown and such, where there's been, it's mostly disqualification, where one superstar decides to disqualify himself to inflict more damage on the other superstar. So, like, you know, using a steel chair or something like that, just to weaken his opponent even more, so that the other falls could be easier to take, you know, to take down their opponents or whatever. But anyways, another reason why I think the Wyatt Family is winning this match is because if they lose this match, then why would they get a rematch? I don't think they'd get another match at SummerSlam if they lose this one, because they're not the champs, they're not the former champs, so they're not entitled to a rematch clause. And they've already pretty much beat the Usos like twice, I think, in a row in non-title matches to get both title shots that they've gotten. The one at Money in the Bank, I believe they got that by getting a non-title victory over the Usos. And this one, it was the same thing. They also got a non-title victory over Jimmy and Jey Uso. So, for them to get another rematch, it's very likely that would be it would be like the same situation where they get once again another non-title victory. But then at that point, it would just get repetitive. Of course, they could win, you know, some sort of number one contenders match for the titles. But at that point, it would just be more of the same. It would just be, once again, the Wyatts chasing the Usos. And we've seen that so many times. We've seen, of course, the Usos versus the Wyatt Family a lot. It is the match we've seen the most in the tag team division in years, I think. They faced off on Raw, SmackDown, freaking main event. Like, it seems like they've, you know, had a tag team match or one-on-one match between these two teams at like every single show, and on pay-per-view now because they had the match at Money in the Bank. But for the most part, it's been, or at least now, you know, of course, with the Usos as tag team champions, it's been the Wyatts, Eric and Luke, chasing the Usos. So this would just be, like I said, more of the same if the Usos win here and the Wyatts get another match. Now, some of you might be like, you know, who says there's going to be another match if they lose here? Actually, you know, if they do lose, then yeah, maybe there isn't going to be another match, because maybe there's other plans. Maybe Cody and Goldust do face off against the Usos and take the tag team titles from them, or something like that. Maybe Ryback and Curtis Axel make like a comeback and they challenge the Usos once again for the tag team titles, but that's unlikely, seeing as how I think at Extreme Rules, their first title defense after WrestleMania was against Ryback Axel. So, you know, really, the only team I see here winning the tag team titles, or you know, taking the role of champions in the tag team division, is Rowan and Harper. And I think they'd be pretty good as tag team champions. I mean, they're a pretty over team. Right now, I'd say the Usos are the most over team, with Eric and Luke Harper being the second most over team. That, or actually, maybe I'd say Eric and Luke Harper would be... No, I was gonna say that they'd be tied with Cody or Stardust and Goldust, but I think it's too early to tell when it comes to Stardust and Goldust. Goldust and Cody were pretty over, but Goldust and Stardust, I don't know, we've seen them maybe twice. Yeah, I think we've seen them in 2 matches, and that's it. 2 tag team matches, I think. So, you know, these are 2 over teams, so if Eric and Luke win, you know, the tag team titles are just going to another over team. You know, when they're facing the Usos, which is a face team, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan still get cheered. The only times I see them getting booed is, of course, when they attack, you know, another fan favorite, somebody returning, like, for instance, Chris Jericho. Not even, because when they ambushed Jericho, the first week Jericho came back, I think, the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome." But anyways, what I see taking place here is probably the Wyatt family, or actually the Usos, getting the first fall in the match by like a roll-up or disqualification, and then the Wyatt family picking up the second and third fall. Actually, I'd like to hear what you guys think. Actually, I want to do a little game here, or a little prediction. I want you guys to tell me, who do you think is going to get the first, second, and third fall in the match? Doesn't matter whether it be by disqualification, count out, or whatever. Just tell me, you know, who you think is going to win the first, second, and third fall in the comment section below, and let's see who gets it right. I'm saying that the Usos get the first fall, and Luke Harper and Eric Rowan get the second and third fall. Now, of course, if you think the Usos are going to win, then the Usos would get 2 out of those falls. Tell me which ones you think they're going to get. And also, this goes back also to my Money in the Bank prediction, where I said, you know, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan just got a brand new theme song, so, you know, that's another indication that they win the tag team titles. And I still feel that way. And, you know, what do you know, they also got another theme song. They got one, you know, I think it was the Raw before, the Raw before Money in the Bank. It wasn't that good. And then they got another one, I think the day of Money in the Bank, I think it was. And that one, that theme song was better. So yeah, they've gotten, you know, since the start of this tag team feud with the Usos, they've gotten 2 theme song changes. I don't think that's for nothing here. I think it's because we'll see Luke and Eric more prominent in the tag team division, most likely as tag team champions. So it'd just be better for them to have their own tag team theme song rather than to come out to, you know, Bray Wyatt's team, a single superstars theme song. And if the Wyatts do get the win here, like I think they will, then I definitely see a rematch taking place at SummerSlam. And seeing as how this match is a 2 out of 3 falls match, I would love for, you know, their follow-up matchup to be like a street fight or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. We haven't seen a tag team stipulation match in a while. I think the last one we saw was Batista and Randy versus the Usos, but that match was more so a handicap match, because I think initially the match was just a regular tag team match, and then once they pinned one of the Usos, it was then revealed that, hey, this match is now a no-holds-barred handicap match. But, yeah, I'd love to see at SummerSlam a no-holds-barred tag team match or tornado tag team match between these two teams. Whenever these two teams face off, it makes for a great match, and with this being 2 out of 3 falls, this might even be better than all their previous matches. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can click that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm out. See you guys.